Well, Florida are your Stanley Cup champions. This thing's falling apart. I have one of these because it's really cool. It's made. My dad made it for me when I was a kid. Hopefully Vancouver wins one day. But we're here to talk about the Florida Panthers. Congratulations to the Florida Panthers. What an incredible Stanley Cup Finals. Definitely way better than I expected it to be. Probably because I was just like a little tired of seeing the same. I was like, oh, it's going to be the same final. But you know what? That was pretty sick. Let's go through game by game. I'm not going to do the editing like the Abbey Canucks game. Though, we're just going to go through game by game. Talk about a game one. That was pretty awesome. Game one was sick. Florida goes up 2-1 in the first period. They escape the second period with a 3-2 lead. Edmonton ties it in the third. And then Leon Draisaitl and scores in overtime. This was a sick game. Sam Bennett showing Sam Bennett how he was going to play throughout the entire playoffs, continuing it away as well. Brad Marchand getting a goal. He really showed up in the Stanley Cup Finals. Game one was fun. Game two, we'll move right on. There we go. Game two, I want to just go through the games because I want to give my whole opinion on the whole series and the whole playoffs. A 5-4 win for Panthers in overtime. So Edmonton was able to send it to overtime yet again with Corey Perry tying the game. Marchand had 2 goals. Bennett had 1. And this isn't the only game. Sorry, I got that wrong. Leon Draisaitl gets another goal. McDavid gets a few points. But yet again, McDavid hasn't scored in this series. Game 3, 6-1 win for the Panthers. I'm kind of thinking. Oh, I was kind of thinking. What was it? There that goes. The Panthers and the Checkers were the same, and Abbey's Canucks and the Oilers were kind of the same. And then Abbey has now flipped the script. In Game 3, Panthers win 6-1. So my relation to Charlotte would win 6-1. Abbey just won 6-1 in Game 3. So, yeah, Brad Marchand with 1, Bennett with 1, Verhaeghe, Reinhart, Ekblad, Rodriguez, 6 different goal scorers in this game. It was dominance. And then Edmonton would win yet again here in overtime 5-4 with Leon Draisaitl yet again picking up the game winner. Reinhart, Kachuk, Lundell. No Barkov goals yet. Nuge, Nurse, Podkolzin, Wallman. Podkolzin getting his first of the Stanley Cup Final before Connor McDavid would. And then it was this game 5-2. Connor McDavid finally gets a goal. Brad Marchand gets 2. Sam Bennett, Reinhart, Luosterainen, and then McDavid gets 1. Perry gets 1. But the Oilers fall 5-2, and now it goes to Game 6, and it's 5-1. It ends up worse. Reinhart, Kachuk, and then Reinhart, and then Podkolzin will get his second of the Stanley Cup Final. He got more goals than McDavid. McDavid was shut down. Now that we've gone through the games, Florida won the Cup in 6. That's how the games ended out. McDavid got shut down, and here's the thing. I don't think a lot of Edmonton fans are definitely not blaming him. If you put McDavid on the ice, what's the other team going to do? Try to shut down McDavid, right? Florida had more giveaways in the game, but they ended up taking away more pucks in that game as well. They blocked more shots. Edmonton had just 1 more hit. Florida had more penalty minutes. The only other penalty they gave was a game misconduct to Evander Kane, which didn't get put on the board. As a penalty, it was just like a 10, get out of here. So there was 2 penalties all game, 1 to each team, and then they put their whistles away. So if any Edmonton fans are saying Edmonton versus the refs, not in that last game at least, maybe the other series you could probably make a case for. The other game, you could make a case for it. Florida dominated the face-offs, and Edmonton outshot them 29-25, 4 shots extra. Florida just kind of dominated though, it's not in terms of Edmonton had 2 overtime wins. They had to come back. They're a very resilient team, but it always seems, and Steve Dangle said this, and I completely agree. Florida, how deep in a series you go against Florida, the worse you're off. You have to beat them quickly, or yeah, like you just lose it. The Leafs could have had 3 games. They lose game 3, even though they went was it up 3-1, and then they lose the next 2, win 1, and then lose 7. Edmonton wins 1. Florida gets it back. Florida gets 1 in game 3. Edmonton ties the series up, and then Florida takes over from there with 2 dominant performances. Yeah, the Edmonton just couldn't stop the train that Florida is. I think they're the best team in the NHL, and they are back-to-back Stanley Cup champions for a reason. And you know what? I could be upset. I could sit here being like, you know what, Kachuk. I don't want to Kachuk. Bennett, oh, they're winning again. I look at the guys who win the cup for the first time. Like, when I watch it, I have no stakes in this series. I get to watch this, have fun with it. Yes, I'm a Canucks fan, so the Oilers, it's kind of being tough to root for the Oilers. But you want Canada to win a cup. But also, there's guys like Marchand, who, yes, he broke my heart in 2011, and Vancouver hasn't been the same since. But the whole Four Nations thing, I'm a huge fan of him now, and I'm happy that he won 1 more. I just wanted him to win 1 more. I think he deserves it. Guys like Gadjevich, guys like Nate Schmidt, just guys who deserve cups on that Florida Panthers team, who have been trying to fight for them for a while. Like last year they had Okposo. I was so happy for Okposo. There's guys on Edmonton too who deserve cups, and it would have been awesome to see McDavid lift the cup, Draisaitl lift the cup, Stetcher, Pods. Pods would sting a little bit more because I wish we kept them. But it's reality. Florida's won the cup back to back. Now it's all about who's gonna beat Florida. And out of the East, it's tough. Edmonton loses Marner. They have to. I feel like if they spread out their money, they could get a little better and not be so top heavy. I think Toronto has a chance. I hope I said Toronto loses Marner and not Edmonton, because now I'm thinking back. Who else? Tampa Bay, kind of. If Tampa maybe pushes past, I could see, you know what, the Buffalo Sabres curse, Ottawa, because they have Dylan Cousins. Who else out of the East, really? Carolina's not going to do it. Carolina's shown that they can't. The last 2 out of the last 3 seasons they've lost in the Eastern Conference Finals. It's tough. And you know what? I think this Panthers team's going to be good for a long time. I think Bennett and Marchand stay. Call me crazy. I hate that thing's going off. I apologize. But I think Bennett and Marchand stay. That's all I'm going to... That's it. Honestly, I think Bennett and Marchand stay. I think Florida somehow just turns around and comes back better. Even if they lose people. Even if they lose guys like Ekblad, they're going to come back better. But yeah, that's about it. That's all I don't know. I can't really say anymore. It's just Florida's dominant. I feel like they're going to probably come back. Edmonton, they could definitely be back. They got to really do some maneuvering, though. They need a new goaltender. I don't think Skinner is necessarily horrible. He's just not consistent. You need a consistent goaltender is what Edmonton needs. And it's hard to get one, but there's ones who are probably a little more consistent than Skinner is. But yeah, I do feel bad for Edmonton a little bit. I'm happy for some of the players on Florida. But yeah, that's about it for this one. These 2 videos up here. The video on your right is the video for Friday. Video on your left is the video from Monday. Subscribe or rate under there. I'll see you guys in the next one, which is the franchise mode video. And then I got to start planning a bunch of off-season videos. That's going to be fun. So we'll go Monday, Friday for the rest until the season starts again. Maybe some Wednesday videos. I might sprinkle a Wednesday video in if I feel like it, if I find an idea. I'll see you guys in the next one.